Hi everyone, how is everyone today? Just hopping on for a little while, see how things are going with everyone and how is everyone's Monday mindset. We're going to talk about how the weekend um, has played a part in our mindset, how we've looked after ourselves, what we've done for ourselves. Hopefully there'll be interaction very soon, and I'll just kickstart with what I did for myself this weekend. What did I do? I rested. I went outside and looked at my flowers, and I went up the town for a while, and I had my dinner out on Friday, I believe it was Friday, could have been Thursday. So that was my trying to take care of myself this week. I bought myself some new body lotions and face creams. So that, oh, and a new candle. That's what Samantha always likes to get herself. Oh, terrible habit. Always eat nice. Yeah. See, all the things I usually do for myself are self-pampering, and some people think it's a little bit selfish to self-pamper, but it's not. It's actually giving yourself me time, time to relax, time to take care of your head, because if you're stuck in stress and hurt and emotion and anxiety, you're doing your head no favors. So you have to actually be selfish for a few minutes, a few hours in a day, depending on how stressful you get. If I get stressful, my body reacts in an awful way. My illness comes back really bad, really heavy. So I tend to not engage in rows. That's the biggest thing, not engage in arguments. Because I'm a firm believer, if you're in an argument with somebody, they'll walk away, they've forgotten about it, but you're still there. You're still there, festering and thinking about it, and you might be at it for days, hours, months. It could be a year gone by. You're still thinking that one, and she did, and no, just let it go. Don't actually engage in the first place. That's the best advice I can give at the minute. I don't engage in rows. I don't. I shut down. Blank. And sometimes I might have to ponder on it, write down a few ideas about, was the person right? Was I right? Should I have actually stood up for myself? But no, I never do really. And it's not that I don't stand up for myself. It's just that it's like, this is such a minuscule argument. I don't want to engage in it. Thanks, but don't trip yourself on the way out, kind of thing. So that's how I don't engage in rows. I don't facilitate people who do engage in fighting either. The face creams and body lotions are very self-indulgent of me. I know that. But it's what I like to treat myself to. I don't go out. I don't really drink. Maybe twice a year. And I say maybe twice a year because sometimes there's no times a year. And so I don't. That's my treat to myself. Other people like to go out and socialise and stuff. Well, I like pampering myself. So yeah, I got face creams for myself and face masks and things like that I can actually put on, lie in a bath and relax my head, don't have anything to think about, or in the bathroom just put on the face mask, do your skincare routine and enjoy every minute of it, and just have alone time. It's really good to clear the head as well. I really enjoyed going out on, it's shocking. Actually, now that I think of it, I think it was Thursday evening. Now my back is starting. I think it was Thursday evening. I went out for lunch and for dinner, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Sat out in the garden. That's something that's really funny. I'm finding, even though people can sit in that have been fully yoked, they can sit inside, but I'm actually seeing more people wanting to be outside, which is really weird. Yeah, the outside dining was pretty constant. There was a good stream of people coming in and out and in and out, like, and there was no one inside. No one. That was really strange, because I think it was because when you're out, when we're all outside, it's still like a community. It's still it was still enjoyable. There was people there to have crack with. There was people there enjoying their families. The children were having great fun, and it was different atmosphere. Even as I was going through the hotel, I could feel the difference inside than outside. And even the staff were coming out and, are you all right? Was the food okay? And different. It was like night and day from inside to outside. And it was lovely, I did enjoy that. What else did I do? Very little, actually. That's all. That's a lot, actually, in fairness. I'm an awful woman for not telling people that I'm going live on YouTube as well as Facebook. I should tell people more often so they can come in and interact. But it's really just I'm really just trying to get into a better swing of it and let people know I'll be around definitely more often. Which stream I'm going to use more, I'm not sure. It probably still will be YouTube. I don't know. I'm just so relaxed here. Actually, what happened in YouTube world this week? That yeah, Summer Wells. That's something that's getting me now. I don't talk true crime here. Everyone knows who I am anyway. And I usually just do the mindset and cards and stuff. But Summer Wells is really strange to me. From being on the true crime channels and being involved with True Psych Ward, and I've learned a few things. I've learned a bit, and from my own personal thingy, I would why is this too? I don't know what's going on with YouTube on me tabs, but anyway, there's a few things that I've noticed, like, and who have I watched? I've watched Plunder quite a bit. She goes into great detail on the case, and I watched Jewels of Thought's ideas on it, and yeah, there's a good few ones that I have watched, and from me personally, in my opinion, I wonder why they picked that spot to do the televised interviews. That's my wondering. And if people don't know where it is, right, it's on a bend, a curvy bend. The curve goes in like that and then around like that, and the guards, the cops, the police force and the law enforcement are at the edge of that hill. It's a huge embankment, and they're on the edge of that hill, and they've had the father do an interview there too, for the news. And my eyes are always drawn to the wood. That's too. There's a bend this way, that way, right? They're up here on the embankment. I'm sorry about that's my vasculitis, my illness rash that I have. I have a rare illness, and anyway. But they're up here, say, on the embankment here. The road is down here, and then there's trees over here. I hope that didn't look backwards on the video. But my eyes are drawn to that wood there. And I wonder why they're doing that. Is that on purpose? Do they have an idea? Or what? But my eyes are drawn into that wood all the time. And then a few days ago, they said that they had found a woman hanged from a tree in a wood. So that wood there has always had me intrigued, from the start, where I saw that female police officer or detective given the first interview. As I said, I don't ever go into things like this, but my feelings for her are kind of, they're all over the place. And they're strong feelings for her. Usually when I get involved, or not involved in a case, but if I get strong feelings for a case, it's something that sticks with me. And that wood and the picture of her, why a mother would take a picture of like that of their child, I don't know, or a father. But the picture of her coming out of the shop, I don't know whether she's coming out of a shop or what. She's a little dress on her, like a pinafore kind of dress. It's yellow at the top and floral coming down. But she's so angry. She's so angry and so hurt. Why would you take that picture of her? Why take that picture? Why have her so angry? I don't know. I don't know why they'd do that to her, or what their motives were. I don't know. I don't know. And personally, I don't really want to say things either, because they're just my thoughts. I wouldn't and haven't gone encyclically to it. But it's my personal feelings. And I don't feel her. The way I would normally feel. Spirit, or someone who is here still, like, you know, if I'm feeling somebody's psyche, or they're feeling their emotions, what they're doing, how they're looking after themselves physically, in the physical body, as opposed to coming through spiritually. It's two different feelings I get. So I can tell if somebody is still here and what they're doing, and I can tell if people have crossed over and what they're doing. But I can feel neither with her. I just feel this complete anger and sadness with her, and it makes me really sad. And I just don't get the videos either. I don't know. If I was taking those photographs and pictures, what would my motive have been? Would I have wanted to catch her at the worst times? Would I want to have caught her at times where she wasn't at her cutest, let's say? Was it to protect her that these photographs were taken? I don't know. I don't know. And I'm only speculating and I'm just giving my opinions on things because it's just, to me, weird. I don't know who's on with me at the moment. I don't know if it's somebody from Facebook or somebody from YouTube. There's a few here. And if you don't know about the Summer Wells case, it's since the middle of June. I don't want to get the date wrong, but I think it's around the 16th of June. This child went missing. She was supposedly, according to her mother, planting flowers with her mother and her grandmother in the front garden in pots. And she wanted something, and her grandmother gave her some sweets. Her mother told her to go inside to play with boys, but the boys weren't really. They were watching TV and playing video games. So she went down into the basement, and she told the brothers, I'm going down to the basement. So 2 minutes later, now I'm sure it's more than 2 minutes later, but this is what the mother said, and it's only my opinion, because I know if I get caught up in flowers, I could be lost. I could be lost for quite a while. But the mother went in, asked the brothers where the child was, where Summer was, and they said she's gone down to the basement to play with her dolls. And the mother went down, called her, she didn't answer. Sorry. There was a tightness on my chest and on my throat. She called her and she didn't answer. And she went downstairs to see where she was, down into the basement, and she wasn't there. So she went out looking for her, and Summer, where are you? So apparently Summer left through the basement door and must have wandered off. This is the mother thought at first, which we all would have thought that as well. I will be honest, if my children went downstairs and went out the door, I thought they'd wandered off either. I just done the same. And she went looking for her, but she knew she wasn't going to be too far away because she's only a little girl and she couldn't have gone that far. So next up, she rings the husband and says Summer is missing, we can't find Summer. And he said to hang up and ring 999, ring the guards, or is it 911 in America? So he comes home and then it's all guards, media and all that. First thing the father says was she was trafficked. The traffickers came and got her, which was the weirdest thing I've ever heard. That's not the first thing you think of if your child's wandered off somewhere, that traffickers have come and taken her. It's weird, odd, weird. You know, you'd say, well, she probably went into the woods, got lost, or she went there, got lost, or anyway, this whole case has my head deep in it, and I feel sorry for the poor little girl. She was only a baby, only a child. When she's 5 years old, going to start school this year. She's so much ahead of her, and she was so sad. So like, it's that photograph plays in my head. Of all the photographs of her playing and having fun and enjoying herself, it's that photograph that sticks out in my head. That tells the story of how Summer was feeling that day. And I'm not sure when it was taken. I can't be sure when that photo was taken, but it was one of the last photos that the mother had taken of her. And she had a bag of, I'm assuming there were sweets or something, a little bag of something, but she looked so angry, so hurt, so angry, so someone did something horrible to that child that day, like, you know, whatever it was, whether it was given out to her or, you know, taking away her dolls or worse, I don't know. It really, really does hurt me, physically and mentally, when I think of her. Is she alive? Has she crossed over? I don't know, because there's so much anger around her in my head. I don't even think she knows what's going on, to be honest. That's the impression she's given to me. Just anger and hurt and pain and confusion. It's just, and that's how I've been feeling, and that's how she's making me feel, and how she feels. I really hadn't planned on getting into that. I don't do that on this. This is my Monday mindset. I don't get into cases like this on YouTube ever, for the reason that the hate starts coming at you, and I don't want that. I hope she's found. I really hope she's found. Sorry about that. That was not meant to happen. Hadn't planned on it happening either. But that's how deep I feel about that child right now. It wasn't looking good from the start, but as it goes on, it's worse and worse. And her feelings, her emotions are worse and worse, because she's so confused. She's like, and it's in and out of different emotions and feelings. In and out. Like, she lapses for a few minutes and she comes back and she has a different emotion, and it's all different and intertwined emotions. And that's why I don't know about where she is, because normally when they've crossed over, they've forgiven. And so I don't know. I'm just going to say a private little message and a private little prayer to and for Summer, because I know she loved that woman in her church. She felt a bond to that woman in her church, and I'm sure that that lady is thinking of her and talking to her a lot in her head, through prayer and through thoughts. And the admiration and the love that Summer had for her was actually reciprocated. She did actually really care for that child. She tried to do her best for her as well, and show her some inclusivity Is that the word? She included her in everything that happened in the church, and she tried to show her what they would say Jesus' love would be for another person. Okay, let the children come unto me, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. It's how she would have looked at all the children in the congregation, but she did have a liking. She did, you know, nobody really has favourites, or do they? I don't know, but she did actually care for Summer. So I hope she does, Summer does hear her prayers and her kind words. I don't even know how to move on from this now. I'll take another drink. Yeah, True Psych Ward, it really is good. It was the only time she felt happy. So when the father says that the only time Summer felt happy was at church, he's actually telling the truth. He's actually being truthful. I don't know what to do with this video now, because I've never done this before. I've never let my my thoughts, and it's all my thoughts, my ideas on the case. It's all I don't even know what the word is. It's all, in my opinion, it's all just me thinking this. And law enforcement and everything else will have their own ideas and their own opinions, and they will find out what happened eventually, please God. And they will find her. It's like the Gannon stock thing. Like, I knew they'd find him, but how they found him, it was, some of these cases are just so bizarre, and bizarre. It's the only word I can say for it. It's just crazy. What do I talk about after that? I don't know. I felt her energy, and I didn't even realize half an hour went past. I just felt her energy, and she just wanted to show how hurt she was. And just went from there. God, that half hour flew actually. I probably need a nap after that. I'm only joking. I won't need a nap after that. I'm just trying to think of something positive to say now. It's not really a Monday mindset thing, is it, really? Talking about hurt children. But we're going to hear about an awful lot more hurt children in the coming weeks and months. Jer wants to know, are you still on? So we'll go back to the start, and we'll start talking about how we look after ourselves. Take time out for yourself. That was my mindset. That was what I was starting out on. Monday mindset this week. was to look after yourself. Have a bath. I don't mean it's the only one you're going to have today, this week, but while you're having a bath, candles, and bring in your tablet, put on a movie, relax, enjoy the time you have to yourself. If you like putting on face masks or whatever, enjoy your time with yourself. It's not selfish. It's not. Well, look at it this way. If you're asleep for 8 hours and you spend the next 12 hours looking after your family, that's 20 hours. I'm sure the last 4 hours in that day, you can spare a half an hour for yourself. Read a book. Put on an audio book on your tablet or your phone. Get into a bath. Enjoy yourself. And have me time this week. I want everyone to enjoy their me time this week, not to be counting down the minutes and put please do not disturb or you've hell to pay on outside the door so as nobody comes near you. That was terrible. I'd be having a bath and there'd be all the kids being there. Well, not the older ones, but I couldn't even have a bath on my own. It was terrible. And the only time I got to myself was if I got up an hour or a half hour earlier than the kids in the mornings and watched a bit of TV. That because I was so up early, so I was asleep early, and usually the teenagers were still awake, and I'd be awake at night time when I'd be trying to go to sleep. So if I wasn't going to get up that half hour earlier in the morning, then I'd have had no me time. I'd have had the boys and then the teenagers in the evening, and it would have all just been a mess. I'd have been absolutely strung out. Head would have been mithered. So my me time when they were small was get up before them in the morning and Netflix. Find a good long program with so many episodes. It'll last you about 6 months. Something like ER or Grey's Anatomy or Breaking Bad. Something with loads and loads of episodes, so you'll be watching them forever, and you can have your me time that way. Don't pick a short one, because then you're done in like a day, and that's not giving yourself me time at all. Buy your favorite something, whatever it is, it's your favorite thing. If you like flowers, if you want to buy a bunch of flowers and put them on your table so you can enjoy them. Look, Christmas tree. How am I going to point at it? There, my Christmas tree. My Prosecco glass beside it. My Valentine love. It's all covered in love you, Grandma, love you, Grandma, love you, Nanny, all around the place. I like my Christmas tree. It glows different colours, and my champagne glass, it's huge, has blue lights in it. So when I turn them on at night time, actually, even behind the Christmas tree, there's a bottle that's designed. That's it's got. I wonder, can I get it? Oh, ow! I'm not meant to get it. Okay, I'll get it the next time. But it's like a wine bottle that was painted a Christmas theme and glitter all put on around it. But then at the top of it, there's a battery with a little baby light, and you turn it on, and the bottle glows and it's all Christmas themed. Christmas theme. Yeah, sometimes words just fall out of my head. Adam made a calendar, I don't know how many years ago, 2020. So it was 2 years ago he made it for January 2020. That's still up there. He drew that. He got me a dream catcher. Loads of things. So get yourself something you like. This wall here, there's shelves over there that are going up on this wall here, all along there, to put more of my nice things that the kids buy me, and so as I can enjoy them as well. Enjoy your life. Enjoy things that you haven't done in a while. You know, take a moment for that thing as well. Don't just rush through it. Showers are great. When I'm not feeling great, showers are great because I can just get in, wash, and out. But if I want to really pamper myself, I will get into a bubbly bath. Nice. I can't take hot water anymore because my skin reacts to it. So I have a lukewarm to warm bath. Lots of bubbles. Bring in my laptop, put on Netflix and a movie, and keep topping the water up with hot water so it doesn't go cold, and put a face mask on, then get out and do my toner and my moisturizer and my oils and my all those things on my face. I really pamper my face. My mother was the same. She was makeup and skincare mad as well. She sold it too. But looking back, I don't think she looked her age. I don't know. See, because she passed away when I was 9, so but I don't think she looked her age. She was 55. She passed away. 55, 54 when she passed away, something like that. Coming up to her 55th birthday, and it stood to her. So I hope I don't look 47. Feel 87, thereabouts. But I try to keep my skincare good, which is really good because when you have a daughter that works in a health spa in a hotel, and she buys you all the things, and then your other daughter goes into town and she buys you all the other things that you like. And yeah, I'm really spoiled by those 2 girls. Really spoiled by them all, actually. They're good kids. Love them. Yeah, really spoiled. They know what I like. This is the thing. They know me too well. I think they know what I like. And yeah, they're good to me. But yeah, do that. If you want to go out and just take a walk, there's always somewhere pretty and nice to walk. Always somewhere. Like here, I'm very lucky. I live across the road from a tributary to the Shannon, a big river that's the tributary to the Shannon. And there's park this side of the river where I'm on, and there's a park the other side of the river, of the bridge that over there, and actually the other side of the river too. Ouch. Do you know what? This chair is going to be the death of me. It tries to kill me every day. That's twice it's hurt me. Yeah, so this is a lovely place. It's got loads of walkways, and then at the other end of the town, outside the town, there's a part of the Grand Canal. Anybody that watches this from here knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, the Grand Canal runs through one end of the town, and the Shannon tributary runs the other end of the town, and there's loads of walkways and beautiful forest out the road, and it's really beautiful here. So yeah, I used to have loads of walks every day. I used to go out the canal and then back in the canal and in the road, and you wouldn't see, it's a walkway, so you don't see traffic or anything. It's just everybody out enjoying the water, the swans, the duck, and there was a crane, wash crane out the road as well. He used to come if there was a load of people walking, and that he'd fly over, and it was like when there was a lot of people, he was just being nosy. But he was a lovely bird, beautiful, and swans and ducks. So that's the mindset for this week. I want everybody to be trying to keep their mind healthy, their mind free for themselves, for their own mental health, for just even a few minutes in the day. I'm not going to ask people to meditate this week. I want them to get out of the house and enjoy outside fresh air. And the weather is supposed to be good this week. It's very, very humid today. Oh my God, yesterday nearly killed me because it was peeing rain and so hot and heavy, and at night time it gets so cold. I've never witnessed this weather in Ireland ever. Yeah, okay, the raining, but the fact that it's so hot and heavy and humid in the afternoon, and then at night time it's so cold, it's ridiculous. It's weird. We're just having really weird weather here. Weird weather all over the world, actually, in the last couple of weeks. It's crazy. Yeah, I want everyone outside, out enjoying life, out enjoying the fresh air. Use your masks inside the shops. When you're out in fresh air, walking up and down and you're on your own, take off the mask. You need, I can't I can't stress this enough, that word's not going to come out. Reiterate this enough. We are connected to the trees. I'm going to sound off the wall, right? But we are connected to trees. We are actually like the trees of life, only backwards, if that makes sense. We are grounded on earth. We are grounded. If you feel a little bit flighty or a little bit excitable of a day, take off your shoes, walk on the ground, even inside your house, walk on the ground. I don't wear shoes as much as I can because I need to feel grounded. I need to feel here. Walk on grass, walk in the sand, walk anywhere you can. Take off your shoes and feel grounded and rooted to the earth, just like the trees are. If you take our lungs, we have bronchioli, the same pattern on both lungs, either side. Both lungs are the same as the branches of a tree. If you take the lungs as an anatomy part of your body, an anatomical part of your body, look at them, study them, and they're like the branches of a tree. And then your spine, coming down from the neck, comes down right into the ground. Okay, so we need to breathe out. What we breathe out as toxins, trees bring air as oxygen to them. They need what we breathe out. What they breathe out, we need for our bodies as well. That's our oxygen. And we are so like trees. It's just crazy. We are built like trees. And we are the tree of life, literally. So get out, take those masks off. When you're in the fresh air, especially in wooded areas or anywhere that there might be trees. I'm very lucky to be across from the river, and there's trees lining the whole way down the river. I love where I live right now, and that's profound. Okay, that's a very good word. I'm feeling intelligent today. I'm very lucky to be living down at the side of the river, because there's so many trees and it's beautiful, and there's a forest less than a mile out the road that we're just fed oxygen here all of the time. Take the masks off, breathe it in, get it into your lungs, fill yourself with it, and always remember our family are the tree of life, but we are actually our own trees of life. And ground yourself. So the whole thing is, I want everybody that watches this to get out for little walks, just even out the front door, look at nature, look at the sky, look. Lately, our sky is actually doesn't have any chemtrails, which is really weird. We have clouds now. It's the first time in years I can actually say we've clouds and not chemtrails. The sky is beautiful, beautiful blue. It's beautiful out there. It's a lovely day. And start enjoying life again. I even said to my sister last week, like, none of this I grew up. That's a beautiful name for a river, actually. Your country is very beautiful anyway, though. It's a very, very pretty country. From what you've shown us, it just looks so rustic and overgrown, and oh, I'd love to live there. It just seems so, you wouldn't know what sort of flowers or anything that grows up high up there, where it just, it's an Irish name, you know, but it's spelled different. OONIGH, something like that. It's got 2 O's in it anyway, but yeah, it's an Irish name. It's what my granddaughter calls herself as well, because she can't pronounce the name properly. Princess Una. Princess Una. Yeah, I think that's why I don't think, when I was growing up, the Royal Canal was all closed off, so we didn't really have a river there, but there was still the bridges and stuff. And then I don't know how many years ago they decided to open up from Dublin down the country, the Royal Canal again, and so it was done bit by bit, but I couldn't even tell you how many years it's been done here, opened up, and all the leaves are brown. All the water was let through the different dams to here and further on down the Royal Canal. Can't remember. The kids were all small. When my kids were all small, every year kind of just ran into each other. I can't remember what year was what, to be honest. I remember the years they were born, but after that it just seemed like children, grandchildren. So my years are kind of mixed up a bit sometimes. But yeah, we didn't have the Royal Canal, but we lived right beside it, of the country. I think that's another reason why I like nature and trees and stuff, is because I was reared there. Because other houses I had a concrete place in front of me, and I was never happy there. I just couldn't. That's very strange, especially after this morning. That's actually very strange. not going to go and think about it now. I might think about it later. But yeah, it is actually very strange that you would call your daughter that after this morning. Okay. I have an awful habit of eating ice. It started when I was pregnant, and it seems every time my blood sugars go up past 10, I eat ice. And while I was pregnant, I had gestational diabetes, and I'd send them down to the pubs because you couldn't buy or purchase bags of ice years ago here. So I'd send somebody down to the local pub and they'd fill up a plastic bag of ice for me, and I'd sit and I'd crunch and crunch and crunch away at them. But lately they're starting to hurt the old teeth a bit. The cold against my gums especially. I just feel the cold a lot more. Not brain freeze, you have to have a brain for that. I think that's it for YouTube as well today. This now is annoying me the last couple of days. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear that buzzing? I have the window open. And that is my problem with trees. The only problem. There's one fly. I'm going to close the window now. There's one fly, but will he annoy me until I'm finished? He will mither the whole head and brain off me until I'm finished. Until he finds the window and gets out. Fly. And there's only one. Because I opened the window. Me and that fly is going to have words with a magazine very shortly where I show him where the window. You're not. It's the window. Good. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. Now's the right time to close the window, but it's too warm in here. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I think that's it for YouTube for today. I still can't post to groups, so if any of the girls want to post to the group, I'd be grateful. I really don't want to get into my ideas of cases. I really don't, because I think I want to bring positive messages more than anything else. It was never my intention, and still isn't my intention. It's just this weird bond I have with all of these YouTubes that are doing the creators that are doing the summer case. As I said, I'm watching Plunder and Jewels of Thought had one on, and I actually think that's all I watched. Yeah, I think that's all I watched. I watched mostly Plunder, because she's given she's doing the videos. She's just putting up the different interviews and stuff with the parents and the law enforcement. She's not really taken a side, which is what I like her this time. I never watched her before, but the fact that she hasn't taken an idea that someone's at fault or someone or who did what or if anything has happened. I think that's what she's just putting up the facts and the video footage, and I think that's why I'm liking watching her. Jules of Thought just talked about it for a few minutes, well, half an hour maybe, and it was actually quite good too. She just gave the outline of what was going on. Yeah, she's a child that had, if she had been given and I'm not talking in the past tense, I'm just saying, you know, in her past, right up until she went missing, if she had been given the right tools, the right ways of showing her emotions, and it's nobody's fault. I'm not blaming anybody, but she could have turned out so differently, and she could turn out so differently still, you know. Just keep your babies close to you. That's all I can say. Just keep your babies close. You can't keep your eyes on them 24/7. So that's it from me and my sore foot that the chair's hurt twice today. And I shall love you and leave you all right now. And my God, I haven't actually talked about any creators other than and there was so much drama going on in the world. So much drama. I don't know what's going on. And I shall talk to you all soon. Hopefully I won't miss Monday Mindset next week like I did last week. But my mindset last week would have had everybody in a really, really bad mindset. So I said, I wasn't well. I said, I'll listen to it. I'll just let them enjoy themselves this week. So talk to you all soon and enjoy the weather, enjoy nature, enjoy your own company. All right. Bye.